Hello, I thought it was finally time to do the BookTube Newbie Tag. So my name is Chloe. If you haven't been to this channel before, then welcome. I am just a normal person sat here reading books and thinking I can make videos out of it, so I hope you enjoy. I did start my channel back in September last year, and when I started the channel I didn't know what this tag was, so I didn't see a need to make it. And then I got a comment maybe 2 months ago saying I should do it so my channel was easier to find. And I just sort of underestimated how many people do actually search for BookTube newbie tags. So I saw something on Twitter saying like, tag your newbie tags and I'll go watch your videos. And I was like, oh, okay, this is actually a thing that we're supposed to do. Maybe I should give it a go. I do have notes in front of me because I could not remember questions and all like nicely structured answers. So if I'm looking down, do apologise, but there's a lot of questions here. The first one being, why did you start this channel? So I actually discovered BookTube completely by accident. I started doing a journal, not a bullet journal, just like a journal, and I found Witty Novels because she has a journaling playlist. And then I realised that she talked about reading and I thought, oh, wow, this is weird. We can make videos about books now. This is great. I had no intention to start my own channel. I thought it was for people who already had lots of subscribers and could then talk about books, and people stuck around. I didn't know it was a growing thing. And then I just happened on a couple of channels with similar numbers of subscribers. Like I found Lauren, I found Brittany, and thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. So yeah, I just thought I'd give it a go. It obviously helps that I like reading. I'd been getting more and more involved in a group on Goodreads, where we were doing a lot of reading challenges. So I was like, well, why not put a camera in front of me while I'm doing it? That would be cool. The next question is, what are some fun, unique things you could bring to BookTube? So I actually found this question quite difficult to answer because I don't think I'm unique in any way particularly. I try to be fun. I take part in all the tags. Even when I'm not tagged, I'm just like, go on, give it a go. I vlog any readathons I do. You get to see a slice of my life. I like to think it's relatively fun. But then I do sometimes throw some extra things out there. Like I've got a video of me and my boyfriend trying American sweets that were sent to me by Brittany. So I will tag that because I just think it's cool. So that is nothing to do with books. It was just something that we decided to do. And yeah, it was really fun. So I hope there are sometimes a couple of things I put out there that are enjoyable. The next question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? So obviously I did start this, 6 months ago now, maybe? Pushing on 7? God, no, it's been longer than that. Oh God. I am very late for this tag. But I have made some great friends on this platform. I'm not going to name any names, like I've already mentioned people. You know who you are. And it sounds really cringy, but just meeting people that I can connect with about books is great because that's not something I talk about in my real life. I don't have anyone I can chat to about like, what are you reading and are you enjoying it? Even that is just like, no, people don't read. So having a platform to talk about my opinions on books and just my experiences reading books is amazing. And that sort of goes on to the next question of, why do you love reading? And to be honest, this is strange for me. I just do. I don't know how you answer this question. I'm going to have to watch more people's videos to see their responses. But I have a very busy life. I'm full-time at uni. I work. I'm supposed to be writing my dissertation right now. So I'm a bit stressed out. And I have been. So I've been doing exams at least once a year for 7 years now. And it's sort of like my escape. Again, it's cringy. But I read a lot more when I'm trying to concentrate on other things. And obviously that's bad, but it seems to have worked so far. And if I know I've got a lot on, I have a break and read a book, and I just genuinely get to forget about how stressed out I am for a bit. So I'm finishing uni literally in like a month, which is terrifying. I'm going to have until I need to do a professional exam, so I've still got exams to do. But until my first professional exam, I've got so much time to read. Like, I am so excited. The next question is, what book or series got you into reading? I actually have the two books I'm going to talk about, because I just filmed my March wrap up and I took part in the rereadathon. So I read a lot of old favourite books. And it's going to sound stupidly cliche, but one of the first series that got me into reading was Twilight. As far as I can remember, I picked this up. I was hooked. I was like, every vampire book must be mine now. I'd go to the library, find everything I could possibly read. And yeah, it just started a bit of a fascination. So leading on to that, we had the Morganville series as well. There's 15 books of these. I had to get every single book as soon as I could. If I read one, I needed the next one. So yeah, I'm actually rereading all of these now. So the books that got me into reading are still my favourites, and I am not ashamed. The next question is, what questions would you like to ask your favourite booktubers? So I wasn't going to be naming names, but my favourite booktubers are Lauren and Brittany. So we have Lauren, is She Is Such a Lauren, and Brittany is The Neverending Reader. They have been amazing to me. They are so lovely. So yeah, I don't have any questions for them because I speak to them like every day. So my probably question is like, you all right? So I'll link both their channels for you so you can check them out if you haven't seen them. But I'm assuming this question did want the bigger booktubers. And I sound like a right little fangirl, but my favourite has got to be Jade from JD Ray Reads. I will literally watch anything she puts on this channel. And I just think she's so normal and down to earth and isn't pretending to be anything. She's just reading a book and talking about it. But yeah, it feels weird to say that, knowing that she's not going to watch it, but imagine if she did, it'd be really weird. But yeah, I like Jade's videos. The next question is, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So the hardest challenge for me is like the time commitment. It takes a long time to not only read the book, but sit and film something, edit it, post it. Even like making a thumbnail is probably the hardest thing for me, if I'm honest. And that's just reminded me I haven't made any thumbnails for this yet. We'll get there. But it is the time commitment. As I said, I am a full-time student. I work. So I've got a lot going on. So having the actual time, like I'm supposed to be doing the Owls Magical Readathon 24-hour readathon, which I think it starts tonight. I've got no chance. I have other things I need to be doing, sadly. So sometimes I do have to accept that I have other things in my life that need concentrating on. Hopefully that will start to stop soon, but that has been the biggest challenge I have found so far. The next question is, when did you start reading? So I always remember being a big reader in primary school, like when you had I don't know if this was like a universal thing or just UK, but you know, you'd have like reading groups and you were set different difficulty books. I'm pretty sure I was like straight in the hard one, and I read every single book that the school could offer me in that group. I just kept reading and reading and reading. I'm sure they wanted me to stop at one point. And then in high school, we had a library that no one used, and I remember just volunteering as a student librarian so I could get behind the door and see what books there were, because we like weren't allowed to go in there unless someone was working. So I like would volunteer just so I could go in and get books because I just really wanted them. And then in my town, we got a giant library, which has made reading a lot easier, especially if I don't want to buy books. But I mean, that has also changed recently. I'll buy a lot more books now. I even like reading when we did English Lit. I loved reading. I don't even like classics, but I loved reading the classics to then having to go into school and talk about what I'd read. So it's cheesy, but I've been reading ever since I was little. The next question is, where do you read? Again, a cliche, but anywhere. More often than not, it's right where I'm sat now. So I got a little sofa here. I mean, there's some stuff that needs putting away, but I have a sofa in my spare bedroom, which is like my book room and where I do all my work. I've got a desk, or on the sofa in the living room. I read a lot in bed, my desk at work when no one else is in, between lectures. I used to read on the bus, anywhere. If I am stood still or sat still for a second, get a book out. And finally, what kind of books do you read? Or do you like to read? I think my favourite genre has to be contemporary. I find them easiest to read. I find them most enjoyable, especially when there's a cheesy romance. I've been trying to get more into fantasy. Like I read Caraval with Brittany recently and I did really enjoy it. So if I'm picking up some light fantasy soon, I don't think I could go to like Prior of the Orange Tree level. I don't think that's for me. But just to read a couple of little bits and bobs. Like I guess, I don't even know what Daughter of the Pirate King comes under, but did really enjoy that because I can see it at the corner of my eye. I like paranormally, like cheesy teen vampires, so like contemporary paranormal. I don't know what you'd call it. But if there's anything like intense vampires and horror, probably not. But if we've got a vampire that's apparently really attractive and it's like a little romance, then I'm into it. So I haven't grown out of that phase. But yeah, so give me a little time and I'll have a wider reading range. But for now, if it's got a cheesy romance in it, whether the characters are alive or dead, I'm all for it. But that is all the questions answered. I've enjoyed doing this tag and I'm really, really excited to post it actually. I think this is going to be quite a fun thing for me. And I've just hit, I had 50 subscribers like last week and I've now nearly got 100. So it's just insane and it probably sounds bad, but I hope this video does push me out for a few more people to see me. We can hope. Let's try. This video has been a long time coming, so I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.